Near AI. What did you ship this week?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Cameron Dennis. I help lead integrations and partnerships at Near AI, and we are here for the 14th episode of What Did You Ship This Week? This is a pretty much decentralized or open engineering stand-up, where people kind of show off what they're building. These are a bunch of different projects within the Near AI ecosystem. We will maybe eventually start doing this for other things that aren't necessarily AI related in your ecosystem. But for now, this is about 14 episodes in. If you're interested in seeing what's being built, highly recommend going to the YouTube and checking those out. But just for a quick summary, for those who are speaking today, please be sure to only share a window of your screen, not the whole screen, because there have been issues in the past, but here we are. And we actually, without further ado, want to introduce the first speaker today. We have Andrew from Doppelgangers. Andrew, welcome back. It's good to have you here. It's been a while. Can you hear us,
Hey,
Andrew?
Cameron. Hey, Cameron, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Amazing. Hello, everyone. Hello, Cameron, again. It's great to be back. Would love to share the latest updates in Doppelgangers. So for everyone who doesn't remember, Doppelganger is creating your perfect personal AI assistant, which I believe is you. So hence Doppelganger. The idea is we have a lot of inbound traffic coming in, emails, your messages, social media, all of that needs your attention, and there's only one of you. So we decided that it's going to be much easier. There's going to be a couple of you. One of the newest things and what I'm excited to share with you is the newest product that we have built. Just give me a second to share my screen. Is it presenting? Yes, there we go. Yeah, so this is the newest platform that we have launched already. This is the biggest digital twin database in the world. In essence, you can create a digital twin of any public account. We are starting with Twitter or X, and if anyone has any ideas which digital twin they would like me to create, I'm happy to hear them out in the chat.
Why don't you just come up with one yourself? Yeah, you can clone me or clone yourself or clone, I don't know, Manuel.
I'd be happy to clone you. Okay. So can you send me your Twitter account? It's Cameron Dennis, I remember.
Yeah, it's Cameron_Dennis, I believe underscore again. I'll message it to you. Drew. Great.
Yes. There we go.
So what exactly are you doing here? You have a Twitter API that you have access to, that you're able to throw a username into this search bar, and then you pull all my data. What next?
Yes, we basically use all the available public data there is. So all your posts, replies, comments are going into a rack. And we basically have your digital twin. Currently, this is a dev version, so it's free, but the version that is going to go live probably tomorrow is going to be, I mean, like it's you can still create a digital twin, But the idea, because the API credits are not free, we will kind of allow anyone to use as many posts as they want to create a digital twin. Currently, it uses just the latest ones. Oh yeah, hello, Cameron. Oh.
Andrew, I don't know if you're typing anything, but I can't see it on the screen. You guys see what did? Yeah, I can just see what would their AI twin say, and then it seems frozen.
Let me go check the StreamYard.
So, what do you expect this digital twin to do? Like now that you have this thing, why do I want this?
Why is it frozen? It's so sad. So in essence, it's an ability to talk with an AI twin of any person out there, and ability to create it. So you can have a conversation with Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, I don't know, your school sweetheart or crush, and I personally believe this is quite exciting. Obviously, it's a tool, so like all tools, it's limited only by your imagination. We also have the feature called merge, so you can merge different people and different personalities together. Again, it's their whole Twitter account and their whole public database available. We will add LinkedIn and Instagram, like the whole meta suite next. So you'll be able to basically create a shared knowledge base of, for instance, all biggest tech entrepreneurs or biggest crypto entrepreneurs. Like, for example, you can mash Vitalik, Ilya, and Anatoly from Solana all together and tell them, hey, how to build a product or how to create a foundation, these are just like a couple of examples. I'm sure while you're sitting here and I'm explaining this, you can think about more of these. The fun begins when we will allow this to become a launchpad for agents. So you'll be able to infuse those personalities that I've just mentioned into an agent and let it out loose in the wild, like potentially launch a token for it. Again, this is a tool, and depending on how you use it, it can have different applications. I am personally really excited. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe you're about to get to it, but like as a business, like what are the use cases that you're trying to target first? Because if I had a digital twin, I'd want it to like answer my Telegram messages that I define as like tier 3 and 4. I would still want to answer my tier 1 messages, but like how does this actually, like, besides like a personalized deep research tools, the other sort of use case I see that you're describing, like what are these sort of like verticals that you're trying to go to market with?
Verticals that we are going to go to market with are initially going to be on a fun side. So it's like AI influencers, AI girlfriends, and whatnot. But to answer your question in particular, I'm super excited for a sales agent, because you can have Wolf of Wall Street as your sales guy, or maybe Peter Thiel, or maybe like a mash of different personalities that basically it's everything that you believe you're missing within like your personal profile. Potentially, I'm a more introverted person, so I know a couple of friends who I believe would be amazing sales. So I just use their personality and turn them into an agent and see if it is or not. Again, this is an agentic tool. So if you going to see a lot of success in converting leads within the certain industry, you can easily sell your agent to other people. Once it's ready, once it's tweaked, and once it's working, you can go ahead and monetize it. That's the beauty of crypto. You can launch a token for it, and anyone who will be using it you'll be getting a cut. It can even be a DAO. where different people come together to build an agent, launch a token for it, and figure out some use case that we haven't thought about. A lot of people are telling me that the first thing they're going to use this for is Tinder, Bumble, and other dating apps.
Cool. I mean, I guess you're still going to need that plug-in into Twitter or Bumble or something. And so, like, how do you actually plan to make that connection? Because right now,
Twitter
I'm
is
not
already-
certain.
Twitter is already there. Bumble, yes, true. You'll need to get that API, but there is a web version of it, so you can always go around with some sort of a Google Chrome plugin or even an agent that takes control of your one of your tabs or one of your screens. So remote desktop connection. Like most people are doing it right now. Like most people are doing it right now when they don't have any API. There are workarounds.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And so what did you actually ship this week?
This has been live for a couple of hours. Yeah, that's
so this being throwing in your Twitter account and then having it scrape the Twitter profile,
yes.
And then having that being used to train your personal agent. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Unfortunately, the screen has frozen because mine has chat open.
Okay. Maybe if I kick it from the studio. Kick Andrew. Okay. Well, next time, send me recording. Maybe we can display it later. Yeah, it seems to be totally frozen. But thank you for joining. Is there anything else that you want to say before we move on to the next guest?
It's doppelgangers.ai. Go check it out. It's free for now, so you can create any digital twin for free, any doppelganger, your doppelganger. All of that is already available, and go check it out. Happy to hear your thoughts.
Awesome. It's also live on mobile, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, go check it out. Thank you, Andrew. All right. Next, we have Manuel from Silverstream. Manuel, how you doing? Wait.
Hey.
Here you go.
Hello. I think you guys from Doppelganger should use our APIs to integrate with those websites, because they're like, yes, this is us.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to say the story that he first told me.
How the company started is very close to that use case.
Yeah, but that is your story to tell, not mine. And but just for everyone who doesn't know Silverstream, can you just give them a quick background on what Silverstream is, who you are, and what you shipped this week?
Yeah, so we build web agents. So as the guys from the Doppelganger was talking about, not everything has APIs, and not just because they don't want you. Sometimes the systems are just old. And so that's where browser agents come in. They click, type like people do, and we help developers with this new developer program we launched in the last conversation to interface with the internet and with the web. So some of what we did this week, and then I will go deeper on what we are. We onboarded. We have this new developer that is working with us from the Near ecosystem. We will announce this collaboration in the end of the year, but in the end of the month. But with them, we help them understand the web page. So they have these processes that now are done by hand, and through our agents and the Near app, they can automate this process. And now, as a business owner, right, this is something that scales on compute, not on headcount anymore, which means you can scale your business and it can be a venture return rather than just a linear consulting business. So yeah, we do these agents, they automate the web. The team itself, this was my research. I've been working on agents research for 10 years now. It wasn't called agentic research before. It was reinforcement learning, but that's what we do. My co-founder is lead security at Google Cloud. So we know how to set up and build these agents. And now we are trying to help other developers to work on that. What happened this week? What happened in the last 2 weeks? One, we had a minor breakthrough where we now can get to 99% accuracy on specific tasks. So when we work together, you tell us this is what the agent should be doing. And while normal agents, open source agents, or even like the OpenAI ones get to 60, 70% accuracy, we can bring that to 100% for you. It was a bet we made on the science side. It played out. Now we are trying to work with bigger companies to scale it up and show it to the world. That was very exciting. And on the other side, now we have the capabilities to recreate the internet in-house. So you want to work, with HubSpot, but that's somebody else's website, and we can clone it easily, so you can test it in, kind of a staging environment yourself. So between this first collaboration, big capabilities, breakthrough, and now this new ability to clone the internet, this is mostly what came out last week.
Man, 99% is fantastic, and is actually a prerequisite for people to actually use these things. Yeah.
The caveat is that we need to be very clear about what you want, right? Mm-hmm. We are not 99% AGI yet. We are 99% non-general intelligence, but that's something that we have a repeatable process where for us it's easy to achieve, right? So I'm happy to have more conversations with developers. Last time it was more about the partnership program. Now we don't have bandwidth to get yet another person yet, but to have the conversation. So if someone, I think I put our Twitter account here. If you want to write us, what would you like agents to do? We are soon going to be able to get more partners in the program, and so you will be on top of the line.
Yeah, I actually have a perfect partner for you guys. It's a consulting group that automates practices for like retail businesses, like totally not focused on crypto whatsoever, and they have no idea what's really going on in the world of AI either, but like are going to benefit from automation. And so,
and it will free up their people to work on more meaningful things. Like for a long time, I've been worried about AI taking over, jobs. It turns out AI is taking over the crappy jobs, and the people are not getting fired, but they got to do something more meaningful in the same company. So I'm really excited about what's happening now.
That's awesome. At some point, I'd love to get a demo on like how the platform really looks.
Yes. I think this is scheduled for mid of next month. Like now we think 2 months of internal QA, things are pretty good now. And I want to work with developers at first, because in the end of the day, the people that actually build useful things are developers. B2C kind of cases are just to showcase, as you say, the demo to understand the capabilities.
Cool. What kind of developers? Like, what is the background of these developers that you want to work with? Are they like already a part of existing companies? Are these more independent people, hackathon participants? Like, what's your target?
Within the near I want to see people that have this like, and I want to enable people that things in the world in the right way. Like what the crypto environment is good at is thinking about what the future should be like, and putting together all these correct technologies, like long-term thinking technologies. We have our go-to-market motion for the enterprise case. There is no need for that. But I want to see those people that really believe in a better future and want to help them to create this better future. And so this is why this channel, I think, is important to us. So if you are a developer that wants to build something a little bit more ambitious that, what is today your capabilities, I'm really happy to help.
Got it. What about like background, like programming languages that they know? Or do you need a Python expert, is TypeScript? Obviously, you're not writing smart contracts, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
it doesn't really matter, I guess. As you say, like TypeScript or any JavaScript language or Python, those are the best cases, mostly because they're the easiest one and fastest one to iterate. We can work with C++ agents. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
but it's
I'll get some people. This is all very exciting, but how are you actually like facilitating this? Are you like hopping on calls with each of these people and kind of walking them through? Okay, got it.
Right now, that's why we limit the amount of people we can get as this developer partner program. Like we will work with you to figure out whether like our agents are the fit. The first call, it will mostly be about me trying to convince you not to use it. And if I fail, then we continue to the following calls to see how can you use it.
And I
Agents are
kind of want
great.
to double click on this benchmark that you say that you've like had this
Yeah.
breakthrough. How do you know that you have this breakthrough?
So the way we do science internally is we work on a smaller, simpler benchmark so we can create more experiments. And we know that small benchmark is predictive of the biggest one, right? For the general population, we need to show the bigger one working. For ourselves, we know they have the same complexity, but they don't have the full whoosh about themselves. So we know that we solve our problems in the small case, and now it's just about time, matter of time. And of course, we work with people that handle the more complex benchmarks and and cases, and we just show them how we solve the new problem. And we're like, do you think this is a valuable solution? Is this meaningful? When I was in academia, I would be like, is this a publishable paper? And it would be great. And the comment we got from the owner, like the creators of the bigger benchmarks, were like, what the fuck? This is meaningful. This is a meaningful change.
So wait,
And
when you do have this meaningful breakthrough, like
yeah,
what next? Because it feels like the space is moving so quickly that even if you went to go write a paper and do the whole academia thing, like by the time you
yeah,
even go
we
talk
don't
about
have
that benchmark in the conference, there's gonna be a new benchmark or there's gonna be another breakthrough. So like, what next? Like it seems that you just need to like build this into production and get users.
So right now we are in this phase where people that build benchmarks, there are the people building capabilities and the one building benchmarks. The ones building benchmarks are already thinking like, hey, if we build it too simple, they will not do it. So what they're starting to do is they create a benchmark where if you can saturate that, they know it will be very useful and they will be selling it. So it's almost as, I have a customer, they want to do this thing, I'm going to publish a benchmark, and if you eat it, I just sell you to the customer and get a fee on top of that. So in this case, it's like that. Like the moment we can show the biggest benchmark, these guys are like, we created this because this was what we needed. And now you can do it. So I need you, right? We are finally getting, the academic and the real world cases to collide. And because the measuring whether success was achieved versus achieving success is easier. In some cases, it's easier. So in these cases, people are more eager to work together and, do the buying decision when they see the numbers.
I used to work in academia, and like there's a bit of there's this lag that exists, and so but I'm actually really interested. Like it's pretty much a marketing push at this point for you to then say, hey, look, we have this like we break through. Hey, corporate partners, like we do this better than others. Come work with us. But I guess go ahead.
Imagine you're like, now there's so much noise in the AI market that if you want to buy any kind of AI, any product, you need to create an eval, a benchmark, right? So what these companies do is they create it anyway because that's how they make the buying decision. Like which LLMs to use, you just benchmark all of them. And so they already have those ones. So by necessity, companies started to have their own internal evals and they just evaluate your solution against their own. So I think the academia didn't move, just the business world came our way, which is great. But on the other side, like now people are way more intelligent about what they want. They can call bullshit. Like the new generation of AI model from Claude, they get released and people are like, oh, this is only 1% better, I don't care, right? Yeah. Or maybe this is a meaningfully better model, and so I just want to buy it.
Man, this opens up a huge rabbit hole that we probably need to talk over a beer or something about, like the role of academia in industry, because academia is, I'm not saying dying, actually, like enrollment rates are higher than ever, but like the role of it in industry is changing drastically because these companies have these resources internally.
Honestly, I think like academia has always had one job we kind of forgot over for a little bit. And that one job is to think about 10, 20, 30 years timeline. But because now we have this kind of singularity looking like system, your pattern of 50 years is now 5 years. And so people need to start thinking about what is their 50 years within an exponential growing thing. So we just need to retrain academic mandate to be like, hey, you need to think longer. I know you're thinking the way you were thinking, but technology is exploding, so you need to go longer. And the safety stuff is that it's thinking longer.
Hey man, let's do another podcast or something about this, because this is changed from what did you ship this week to let's unpack academia.
Yeah, sorry.
All good, man. This is great. So congratulations on the breakthrough. This is super exciting. I want to see proof. Give me that benchmark. Give me that eval. That'd be great. And whenever you can start talking about this and like proving it more publicly, would love to support.
I mean, like that's what we are focusing on. Like we saw the spark, and now we need to make the fire. Cool.
So exciting. Well, thank you again for hopping on. Next up, we have Zahid from Jutsu. Let's see, Manuel. Zahid, are you here?
Yes.
All right. Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. And
good.
I love seeing the proof also. And I love to show the proof that we have done something and shipped something this week.
Yeah, we'll get Manuel to open up at some point. But yeah, we'd love to see your proof. Okay.
I know him. I trust him. So, and I know his work. So, just like I'm talking about Jutsu and Post.
Well, let's see it, man. Let's see what you got.
Okay. So, is it the usual
Yeah. Who are you? What is Post? What did you ship this week?
Okay. So, hey everyone. I'm Zahid, founder of Jutsu. So, Jutsu is a AI agent platform, especially focused on the enterprise. But today I'm going to show our consumer-facing product called Post. So, Post is a AI social media manager agent that can kind of write like you and consistently post you in social media, especially if you're a busy founder who probably better spend time on fundraising or other building the product. So Post can take over the social media part of it. So this week we kind of launch four features. One of them is, we are calling it branding, but think about it's more like what Doppelganger showed you, where you can clone someone's profile. In our case, you can basically clone someone's writing style from their LinkedIn profile. And then Copilot, we launch a very advanced Copilot and pricing and reference. So let's start see the demo. How do I present? Share screen. Share screen, okay. Okay, so first of all, Post is now launched. So you can go and start using it. You can sign up for the free trial for the first month. And then based on your need, you can subscribe to different versions. So it's live. Go to post.ai. And when you sign into the system, this is how it looks like. Today, especially you can create posts, so you already know this thing. Today, I'm mostly interested to show you the kind of the cloning feature, or we call it create a writer. So imagine like you can use a tool like ChatGPT or Claude and to write a LinkedIn post, right? So it's simple. You can just go and say like, hey, write a post about X. But the biggest problem if you're using ChatGPT or Claude is it does not understand your brand. It does not have any context about your writing style. It does not have any context about who are you targeting, who is your, which location you are targeting if you're a business, what kind of tone you want to use when you will write a post. So those kind of things, if you use ChatGPT or Claude, it does not have that context. This is where you can basically create a writer. So a writer is, imagine like there is an example of, let's say, Cameron. So if he want to create a writing style like him, he can do it. So I was trying to find Cameron post. So we just need 2 or 3. I don't see, but let's say manual. So
I don't post very much on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
kind of
So,
the
like,
problem.
you know,
Yeah.
imagine like we can give this one as example. So we can say, let's go to his profile. I can add this one, and then let's find one more. This one maybe. This one is very small. This one probably. Okay. So now if you just take these two, and then let's add another example, and then you can name it. Typically naming is better because I'll show you why. So you can name the persona. Okay, so that now you click generate, and it does generate the like embedding and all the thing that we need. So now imagine like this is there. So if you now want to create a normal post, now all of a sudden you have access to all the post, all the character or all the writer that we call it writer that you created. So now if I want to write a post, let's say there are some kind of a predefined that we can go like a finding the trends, and then let's do a generate. So what it is doing now, it is taking this topic, it is taking this writing style, and then it is also doing the web search, and then it will come up with a post that resemble manual. So let it give it few seconds. So like you can see like he used a lot of this kind of thing, and then roughly like this is how probably he organized his writing style. If we go back to his writing style, which one is this one? Don't know which example we give. So we go brand kit. So you can see like it find emoji and all these things. So this is one way like you can see like I have many different writers or writing style, so I can switch between them whenever I'm generating code, generating the post. So imagine this can be your all your LinkedIn example, and you can generate your writing style. So that's one piece. The second piece is the Copilot. So sometime people still want to use large language model to kind of not only just generating a post, but also like okay, which time I should post, or like you still want to utilize like a newer model for doing certain things. So now with our Copilot, so it has access to a very powerful tool. What that means is basically it can create post just from prompt, and then it has like you can see it will adapt the UX based on the things that you are asking. So like just for example, I was asking about weather, then it will show it different way. But when you are trying to generate a post, it will do everything, and then it will kind of visualize how it will look like in LinkedIn. And then you can of course go and you can add images if you want. So think about, I want to add this paper for this thing with this post. So you can do all those things, and then you can schedule whenever you want to schedule. So the other thing we did is kind of created a referral program. So imagine you are using Post and you found it interesting and you want to share it with other. So you can earn by sharing with other. So if you go to settings, referral, so you have a unique referral code that you can share with your friend, and then you can earn next 30 days. So like if you want to share, you can pretty much use Post forever for free by sharing with other people. So this is another very powerful referral program. So an incentive for you. First, if you find it useful, then if you want to use it for free, go use the referral code and invite friend. Then all the other thing like a subscription. Now we have a different subscription model. Right now we are using Stripe, but pretty soon we are thinking about adding Near and other like a cryptocurrency to pay for the subscription. So these are the things that we kind of mainly shipped this week. And if you are interested to kind of run your social media in Autopilot, so just go use Post. And the last thing is Twitter. Probably it will come next. So right now, if you want to use it for LinkedIn, and if you want to automate, give it a try. Thank you.
Zahid, this is awesome. I have a social media manager joining the team soon, and so we'll be getting them to use Post, which is exciting. Question though around the referral program. What are you using a third-party service for this, or did you build everything in-house?
You know us, we build everything in-house. So I showed this referral program to a mentor. He said like that itself is a product, but that's not a product. So yeah, referral program on top of Stripe. So we build our own.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, I'm talking to a bunch of teams right now that are interested in referral programs. So
if they want to use it, like we can help them with that. So imagine like adding crypto Web3 also in the back end. It's easy. So because we build it, we know how it works.
That's amazing. Any closing thoughts besides use the referral program? Like check out the referral program. I mean, obviously check out Post. I'm going to start experimenting with it tomorrow again. Give you some feedback. Besides that, what else should people do?
So one of the other thing I'm kind of planning or thinking about doing is something I'm going to call it a podcast, Founders Who Code, because a lot of founder like me who are builder struggle a lot with go-to-market and kind of figuring out the other side of the business, not the technical side. So I have been learning a lot like the last few months, you know that, and I think I also want to grow and learn from other founders. So having some sort of like this one, like you have, like where you share what we ship, I think it will be great to kind of have something for technical builders who don't necessarily think about the business side and learn after a year building all this cool stuff. So I think that's something I want to do. And if you are interested, if you're a technical founder, if you want to share your thoughts, your experience being a technical founder, how you transition or how you solve that problem, that will be wonderful. And I think the other thing will be we are looking for our kind of first, I would say like a BD or sales BD or like someone who can demo a lot of the capability that we have, like at Jutsu, you know, like we have a really good product which is like a Lego boxes, and we are helping enterprise to solve real problem, and we are already talking with many enterprise. So I need now a person. I have an idea of which is the customer profile and everything. So I need a person who can do the top of the funnel filtering out so that like it free up my time. So I'm looking for a person. So if anyone in this call or if you know anyone, that would be wonderful.
I do know people and would love a job description. That's my prerequisite. I need a JD.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll do.
Awesome. Well, cool, man. This has been great. Super excited to try this out more, and we'll give you more feedback tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye. Awesome. See ya. Last but not least, we have Harsh from the Bitcoin Agent in Alpha Devs Labs. Harsh, how's it going?
Hi, Cameron. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Can you just give everyone a quick overview of what is Alpha Dev Labs? What is Bitcoin Agent? Kind of give you a little bit of the story of how you got here, and also just introduce yourself.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm Harsh. I am founder of Alpha Devs Labs. We are a team building AI agents and specifically focusing on Near AI right now. And last week we shipped Bitcoin Agent. So let me just get started with what is Bitcoin Agent and what can you do today with this agent. So, yep, let me present my screen and get started. So Bitcoin Agent is an AI agent that you can use to interact with Bitcoin L1 using just your Near account, right? So just a little bit of history. We started during 1 trillion agents hack, and we built a testnet prototype where you could basically send a transaction on Bitcoin testnet with it. And from there on, we picked up and we got introduced to a lot of more people in the ecosystem, and we built our MVP in this time. And recently, we have launched version 1, which is the mainnet version. So without further ado, let's see what this agent is capable of doing, right? So this Bitcoin agent, you can basically go to a dashboard which we have developed. There you'll be able to see the agent wallet, and we'll be able to fund this wallet with real Bitcoin. And this is the account which is on Bitcoin mainnet. This is not something which is like on derived or some kind of a bridging or anything like that. So you'll be taken to a chatbot context, which is right now running in Pite, and you'll be able to see your Bitcoin balance. And this wallet will be directly accessible through your Near account. So we will have a demo where we will be sending 1,000 sets to one of the Bitcoin address, and you will have to just approve the MPC payload that you will receive receive from the agent. That will basically handle anything from creating the payload to relaying it on Bitcoin mainnet, and you will have the transaction settled on Bitcoin without worrying about handling keys on different chains or basically, if you have one Near account, you will be able to access any number of chains. We did it with Bitcoin right now. We plan on to do it with other chains. So that's a quick demo. I won't get into architecture much, but the way this thing works is we leverage chain signatures which are available on Near mainnet, and we get those signed those signatures and relay them on Bitcoin, right? So we stitch all of this thing together. Here are some links you can try it. So just to conclude what we are trying to do and what our goal is that we are building infra for agents on here. That's the main focus that we have. We are developing new MCP tools to make chain signatures easier to use with any agent, right? So we started with agent that could send transactions on Bitcoin L1. So ideal progression here is something like this. You should be able to transact with your Bitcoin. Then you should be easily able to lend and borrow with your Bitcoin, and eventually trade and manage your portfolio from an AI agent interface without ever leaving Near or even worrying about which chain or wallet to use, right? So we want to use this experience and knowledge that we have with MCP and Near chain signatures to develop this thing as an open source tooling and help agent ecosystem grow. So while building Bitcoin agent, we were able to test and work with most of the infra that Near has to offer, and definitely I can say that Near is the chain for AI. So moving forward, we look forward to actively contribute towards building this MCP infra, targeting Near chain signatures as of now. And and last note, Bitcoin agent will soon be live for anyone to use with Near AI. It is live today. You can use it inside BitA in AI agent interface. You can fund your wallet and test the transaction. You can send Bitcoin to anyone with just from that chatbot context. Right. So yeah, so that's all from my end. Team Alpha Devs, looking forward to contribute and keep building on Near AI.
Harsh, this is great. I'm super excited about this future of using agents to simplify crypto transactions. I think crypto is way too complicated for the vast majority of people, and then obviously Bitcoin is like the gold standard. So this is really cool. I'm super excited to have you back on the show when there's more progress made on the MCP side of things. For those who have not seen the previous episodes, Alex Comerford from the Near AI team built an MCP server that can communicate with any Near contract ABI. So you're able to write in natural language and execute transactions. What we'd like to do with the Alpha Dev Labs team is to sort of extend this to not just Near transactions, but transactions across any chain. And then have this MCP server be pluggable for anyone else to use.
Yeah, we are exactly working on this. And actually, internally, we tried it with Claude Desktop, and we are adding all the tools that we have developed to the MCP server, the MCP server that you shared with me in the last meeting. So we are hopefully, like in couple of days, maybe in a day or two, we should be able to have at least Bitcoin signatures getting relayed from the native MCP server. So we should
Amazing.
soon have
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
This is like you're actually manifesting the vision for blockchain for AI because you first need the protocol to scale, you need the chain abstraction to make sure blockchains are visible, and then the agents piece is a kind of at say like the end user facing component because those agents and users don't really care about what blockchain they're on or anything else, and they also want to interact in natural language. So I love the direction of this. Super exciting. What can we help with? Like, what can the community? There's over 1,800 people watching right now. What should we do?
So recently, when we launched the agent, we got a really good feedback from the internal team who tested the agent. So I will want everybody to basically share their feedback because I want people to use it from the consumer point of view, because we had a lot of developer feedback on our code base and we were able to get all of these things fixed. But I want kind of a user experience and consumer side of feedback on it, because we are really early in this. We really want to understand how a user would want to use chain with this kind of interface. So I think this as a complete change because in near future you will not be clicking buttons around or basically visiting links. It will more be about interacting. You will have a foundation model. You'll be connecting different services through these MCP servers, and every single product and service that you use will eventually is going to have MCP server. So I will like to see how people use it and how these things evolve, so that we are on the right path while building all of this.
So if somebody's providing you feedback, what kind of form should they fill out, or what kind of form do you want this feedback in? Because standardizing feedback and so you can actually interpret it properly to change product direction and edit features. I'm assuming you don't want a bunch of people bombarding you in DMs. Is there a form that they can fill out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we can do some kind of a private beta where we can launch a form on our social media handles, and we can just gather it from maybe 20 to 30 people who can use this MCP.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Create that beta form. I'll get the Neurweek team. We'll all work together to drive traction for it. And let's build truly chain abstracted AI, because sooner or later the chain's not going to matter. And I love that you see the vision of websites not going away completely, but everything will have an MCP server and people are just going to interact with their agents. And this is still super early, but I know the Near AI team is very bullish on this sort of thesis of everything will be agentic, but not 100% yet. We need better just reliability. So Silverstream's sort of, I guess, breakthrough in reliability for the browser use agents, as long as they can very specifically, you can tell them exactly what to do, I think is a huge step forward. Because especially with money, and this is something that I'd love to probably talk about more asynchronously, is around the security of LLMs messing up. They hallucinate all the time. I have a lot of examples of this, but how do we make sure that these LLMs or agents don't hallucinate with people's money?
I think self-custody and at the same time having an agentic web, I think that is something which we need to balance, because the other companies don't have those kind of responsibility, because when we talk about decentralization, user ownership is as important as any other thing, right? Self-custody is as important. So navigating this security is going to be really crucial. We need to do it the right way, right?
Awesome, man. This has been great. I have one last thing to share, but before you hop off, is there anything else that you want to share with everybody?
No. It is really great. It was my first experience coming on Near AI, and it was blast. I got to learn a lot from other founders who are building, and it was really great.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome back whenever.
Sure. Thank you.
Awesome, Harsh. We'll see you. Alrighty. Last but not least, I have something to share, which is fun. Let me see my computer. Give me 1 second. Present. Great. So the Proximity Labs team was not able to make it this time around, but I wanted to make sure that they got a super amazing shout out for shipping new documentation for Shade Agents. And for those who don't know, Shade Agents solve one of the biggest problems in Web3 right now, and that is building truly decentralized agents that can control accounts across any chain, where you can verify that even if the machine that's running that agent goes down, you don't lose your keys. This is critically important if we expect agents to actually facilitate commerce or do anything important in the future. And they ship these new docs, and these new docs give you solid graphics of how everything works. There's very clear function calls and just overviews on exactly like how to build one. There's really great templates and examples that they're only getting better. I'm actually working with a bunch of teams right now to increase, I guess, the different types of utility Shade Agents can provide. But these docs are brand new and would love people's feedback on exactly what you think and how they can be improved. I'm super optimistic about this direction. I think every agent will eventually have to be verified, and that verification will have to happen on chain or inside of a TEE, and then have some sort of attestation that goes on chain. And this is something that is here live right now that you can use. And one other Shade agent that is absolutely worth looking into, in case you haven't already, is this Mindshare agent. Let me pull it up properly. So this Mindshare agent is able to, take information from Kaito's API and trade on behalf of a user. And so this is live right now. It's fully autonomous. I'm super excited about the use of Shade agents in DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, for those who don't know. And these things are primarily used to govern certain protocols, but the problem is that humans don't really like to vote and like to participate in governance. And so I do believe that these Shade agents will provide that flexibility and trust and actual use case to vote on behalf of a community in a DAO by taking things like sentiment off of Twitter or sentiment inside of a bunch of Telegram groups and voting. And so I'm working on a couple projects that can help facilitate this. Hopefully we'll have them on in the future. But I did want to flag that there are brand new docs with really great examples. Shout out to the Proximity team for building this and shipping this. I think this is a really big step forward for the ecosystem. So we'll add those docs in the chat or like the follow-up after. And that's about it. That's what we got this week. We'll have more next week. And until then, follow Nearweek. They're going to be coming out with more short clips highlighting exactly what people shipped last week with a lot of the call to actions that they flagged. And that's all I got. Hope to see you next week. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Nearweek.